On today's menu, bird's nest soup. Across the globe, what's delicious is questionable. Why would you eat that?
Excuse me.
Meet the swiftlet, a small tropical bird with narrow wings for fast flight. He's one of only 2 avian species to use echolocation, which helps him navigate the dark caves where he breeds and roosts.
Echolocation? I just want to know how it tastes.
I don't know how he tastes, because he's not on the menu. His sweet, sweet saliva, however, is another matter. Swiftlets, specifically Aerodrammus fusifagus and Aerodrammus maximus, construct their nests using strands of their own gummy saliva, which, when exposed to air, harden nicely against vertical cave walls. Once harvested, these nests can fetch over $4,500 per pound as the key ingredient in bird's nest soup, a traditional Chinese delicacy that was once consumed by members of the imperial court. It's said to improve immune function, complexion, and, yes, the libido. While bird's nest soup is closely tied to Chinese culture, the bird's nests are usually imported from outside of China, from Southeast Asian countries like Thailand, Indonesia, and Malaysia. Their steep price is due in part to the extreme difficulty of harvesting them. Swiftlets build their nests high on the wall of coastal caves, and each year harvesters are killed while climbing slick limestone to fetch these little spit baskets. After making their way from the black market, or a more reputable but less sexy source.
Steve, bro, you got any nest? I'm hurting.
Alright, give me your watch. Henry, give me your
Rag, man, that's how I keep time.
The nests are cleaned and sold to wholesalers and restaurants, where they're combined with chicken stock and spices to create a dish that in Hong Kong or the US can run between $30 and $100 a bowl. Over-harvesting and poaching has greatly diminished the swiftlet population. In 1935, there were 1.7 million nests in Borneo's Naya caves. By 2002, that number had decreased 96% to 65,000 nests. And the swiftlets aren't the only victims of this destructive cycle. Criminal poachers protect their preferred caves with guns and a fairly violent interpretation of finders keepers, losers weepers. A current move towards nest farming in specially made barns will hopefully replenish the swiftlet population. It's well known throughout China that bird's nest soup is an aphrodisiac, but little scientific research has been done to back up traditional claims about the soup. But while this soup is fairly tasteless, researchers do say the nests are comprised of protein, essential amino acids, and hormones.
The quail egg has long been prized as a healing food. In fact, it is recorded that Chinese medical practitioners have used quail eggs for thousands of years. I'm Victoria Hanson with Bite Size Cooking. Quail eggs are small and fine, only about a fifth of the weight of a chicken's egg, with richly speckled shells that range in colour from dark brown to blue or white. Their nutritional content and flavour is comparable to that of chicken eggs, but they have a higher yolk to white ratio, which is appealing to yolk lovers. Interestingly, some people who are allergic to chicken eggs find that they can actually tolerate quail eggs. Because of their size, they cook in a very short time and make an elegant addition to salads, soups, or an appetizer tray.
Hi, and welcome to Food for Thought Thursday. Today's topic is on eggs because I believe that eggs have had a bad rap, even with the new research that has come out showing that saturated fats in our foods that raise our cholesterol, not actually cholesterol in our foods. I think people still have a confusion around this food because there's been so much negativity against the egg for so many years. So I want to help clear that up today and hopefully get you excited about eating eggs again. Now, eggs are one of the highest quality sources of protein. The egg white contains all the essential amino acids, which makes it a very high quality protein food. Now, eggs are very good for our bone health because they're one of the very few foods that contain vitamin D. Now, what vitamin D does is helps us absorb calcium from our foods, and it also is a rich source of vitamin K. Now, vitamin K is sort of like cement when you're building a wall. It helps anchor the calcium into your bones. So eggs, very bone supporting. Now, eggs also contain a very powerful phytonutrient called lutein. Lutein is what protects our eyes, and diets rich in lutein have been proven to slow the risk of macular degeneration. Now, eggs are also very good for thyroid health because they're a very good source of iodine and selenium, both critical nutrients for thyroid hormones. So, and the bonus with eggs is that they're only 70 calories, a very low-calorie food. So eggs support our thyroid, our bone, our eyes, and promote weight loss. Well, when purchasing eggs, I would recommend looking for organic eggs whenever possible. Then you know you have the cleanest eggs out there. And if you don't eat fish and you don't take a fish oil, putting the extra money into purchasing the omega-3 eggs would be probably a good choice for you. If you do get a lot of fish in your diet, you don't really need to spend the extra money on the omega-3s. Now, one of the healthiest ways of eating your eggs is boiling. So the least processing of your eggs, the better. So boiling and poaching. Boiled eggs make a great snack. They make a great breakfast. You can boil up several eggs ahead of time and have them in the refrigerator, so you don't have to do it every morning. You have several on hand. And one of the things I like to do for breakfast is I like poached eggs, and I like to put those on a toasted corn tortilla with some refried beans and some warm salsa, and it makes a really yummy breakfast. Now, if you do have to have your eggs scrambled, as I know many people do, take advantage the next time you're scrambling some eggs. Make a big batch. Throw in as many vegetables as you can, some onions, some tomatoes, frozen spinach, asparagus, whatever you have left over in your bin. Maybe it's peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers. I even like to toss in black beans, and that adds some extra protein and fiber. Now you've got a big batch of scrambled eggs. Get yourself some really good hearty sprouted tortillas and make some breakfast burritos. You can do this on a Sunday or a Saturday when you have some time. Make several of these burritos, throw them in the freezer. Then you have breakfast, and there's no excuse for not eating breakfast every morning. And you get the extra benefit of having all the protein, the high fiber, especially when you add in the beans and the extra vegetables. And I guess the biggest bonus of all is the cost. Eggs are one of the cheapest foods out there for us. Even the cheapest eggs are 15 cents a piece. And even if you're spending the money for organic, free-range, omega-3 rich eggs, they're only 35 cents an egg. Now, where are you going to find a high-powered protein, highly nutritious food for a breakfast or for a snack for 35 cents? So I hope you'll give eggs a try, and I would love your feedback. And everyone have a great weekend. I'll talk to you next Thursday.